Hello. That's not what I wanted to do at all, but now we're live. um, all right. Welcome to the Bitching Dead. We are your hosts, Becca, Freed, and Tara. We're a webcast from the Minds of the Geeky area, and we're here to bitch about stuff and things. Because Farmer Rick is not here to do that anymore. Even though I thought he was going to be here in the last episode of The World Beyond, but I'm Boo Boo the Fool. Let's see if you haven't seen episodes 6, 7, and 8 for The Walking Dead season 7, and episodes 8, 9, and 10 of The Walking Dead World Beyond season 2, please turn back now. We are not responsible for any spoilers that you hear. We did warn you.
Please remember that this is recorded live, so we aren't exactly sure what's going to happen. Please forgive us for any technical or difficulties or accidental or intentional swears. You can join the conversation with the hashtag #TheBitchingDead.
And we'd like to remind all of you that the views expressed on this webcast are those of the hosts as individuals and do not necessarily represent the geeky area or the webcast itself as a whole.
So we're going to do news, and then we're going to actually do The World Beyond first, I believe.
Yeah, get it out of the way.
Because, get that out of the way, because I just straight up did not watch 2 episodes. I just skipped to the end, like Fareed suggested I do. I'll go back and watch them, maybe.
Maybe.
Let's see here. I thought that was a bug that landed on me. I was going to be like, what the fuck? But it was just my cord. Okay, so we actually got some news. Sorry, this bug is just driving me crazy. We got, oh my god, it's still not dead. All right, we actually
still not dead. The walking bug.
The walking bug, yeah, the flying bug. So we actually got some news like right before we went on air. But Fareed, I think, was gonna cover that. I finally got it.
Is it dead? Shoot it in the air.
Yeah, it's definitely squished. It's very dead.
Okay, so ratings. So turns out that none of the Fear the Walking Dead episodes were able to hit the 1 million mark, except for the premiere. So I'm really interested in seeing whether or not people tuned in for the mid-season finale. And this news, the low ratings actually takes us into another piece of news that we'll get to in a bit, because I think that that's why they did that casting change. But yeah, also as far as the World Beyond ratings are concerned, they continue to fall. Big shocker there. So basically, around 500,000 people decided to tune in every week to watch this mess of a show for some reason. And every week the ratings continued to fall. So let's see if the finale gets some sort of a boost or not. But yeah, I'm like, why the heck did you even make this show? I have no idea. Like, for 2 seasons, like, why? But they did. And then we have the casting news, one of the biggest news pieces to come out of the Walking Dead franchise. So
Ever.
it turns out, So it turns out that Madison is coming back. Something that the fandom has been hoping for a very long time. There were rumors that she was going to come back, and I guess the writers decided to bring her back. I really think that this is because of trying to give the ratings a boost. Because Madison coming back at this point, it doesn't necessarily make any sense to me.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like if they were gonna bring her back, it should have happened sooner. Like, I just don't understand how she hasn't. Unless it's just in flashbacks, because let's be real, it could be that.
No, Alicia. Yeah, maybe, because she is going to be a series regular. She's going to show up in the half second of season 7, the final half, and then she's going to be a series regular for season number 8, which has been confirmed.
I really hope that this means that Alicia's not going to die.
Maybe. Or maybe she's going to die and then going to replace her with Madison.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing is just, I don't know. Hold on, I gotta shut my door.
A mess.
It's my door shut. Are you going out? Ellie, you go out there.
But yeah, do you really think that her coming back is going to give the ratings a boost?
I think it will for a bit, but I don't think it'll do much, because I do think that people are still watching the show, but probably not watching it, however AMC counts views. right? Like not watching it live on cable television, because who even has that anymore? And not watching it on the app that you apparently have to pay extra for or something.
Yeah.
So
you get the episodes a week earlier, Tara. Isn't it worth it?
let me talk about how I also get the episodes a week earlier, and I do neither of those things. You just got to know people and things and people.
But yeah, I think that it's going to get a boost for like 1 or 2 episodes, and then you can't save the Walking Dead franchise from the continuous downward spiral when it comes to ratings. You just can't save it anymore. Any spin-off they do, anything they do, the ratings are going to fall because this franchise has been going on for way too long.
Yeah. And I mean, they're clearly trying to kind of bring everything to a head with the CRM, but wow, could they take like longer to do it? Just stop already. Like, I'm not even, the World Beyond as a whole was, and I don't know if this is getting ahead of ourselves a little bit, the World Beyond as a whole was not good, but I understand why they made that decision to tell a story about the CRM that way, because otherwise it would have been way too much to try to lump into the other 2 TV shows. And that's why this was limited too. I get that. It was just bad. They did it badly. Now I have to open the door here. Hold on.
I thought she said, now I have to poop. And I was like, why would you announce that to the entire group? I thought you said you had to poop, Tara. And I was like,
no,
okay.
No.
I mean, maybe a viewer got excited now after hearing that. Who knows?
Oh, gross. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I have thoughts. We'll get into them, I guess.
Okay, World Beyond Season 2, Episode number 8, Returning Point.
And this is where I am. Returning Point. I thought it was. Oh no, that's something else. I was thinking. I was like, I thought it was Reclamation.
Too many R episodes all at once. Yeah. So, favorite moments. I did find it amusing that Hope took Mason captive.
Or maybe it was Reclamation. Wait.
No, it's not. It was Returning Point.
Reclamation was from the Fear the Walking Dead.
One. Oh, okay. My bad. Yeah.
I
got confused too. I got confused too.
I only didn't because I just had to read recaps of all these episodes because I think I was saying this before we started, but I watched the first 2 Fear the Walking Dead episodes right kind of close to when they came out. So I watched those like up to more than 2 weeks ago for Reclamation. But with these, I watched them all yesterday and this morning, like 7 or 8 episodes in a row. So they all just ran together for me. Because I wasn't on the World Beyond portion of the last webcast. But yeah, favorite moments from Returning Point. I mean, I don't know if I call this a favorite moment, but I did find it amusing that Hope took Mason captive. Considering like we had that whole theory where we were like, oh, like maybe they're trying to use him to get to her, or like, hook them up, like they're trying to do a meet cute and hook them up and everything. And then it turns out he's not just the smart kid, he's also the general's son. And it's like, they have to have been doing that on purpose, right? And then she takes him captive and ha. So whatever they were trying to do there backfired.
Also, why didn't they use Mason? Huh? They have been using everyone to get to Hope, so why not use Mason too?
Because Hope had to use Mason.
Yeah. And also, I don't think Hope really cared enough about him, period. But clearly she didn't, because she was like, yeah, whatever, I'm just going to take you captive. And she knew that there was a chance they would have to she knew they were going to be threatening his life. And there was a chance that they would have to seriously injure or kill him. And she was like, whatever. I know it was kind of a last minute decision because she didn't know who he was until a couple episodes ago, but still.
In a sense, it was kind of nice to see a main female character not have a love interest. Basically, because Iris's narrative had a whole lot of love drama, romantic drama in there compared to Hope.
Yes. Well, I mean, I guess Percy and Silas had a crush on her, maybe.
No, Silas. Yes, Iris.
Yeah.
Wait, no, you're saying that Hope had less. Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Iris's
Okay.
story was full of
romantic drama, yeah.
Yeah.
Crushes and romance and stuff like that.
I mean, they couldn't not have that in a show that is supposed to be YA, right?
There has to be a triangle at all times. There must be a love triangle.
Although I'm not really sure I would call Silas and Iris and Percy a love triangle.
It was more like a love line in which Silas was nowhere near her. Well, he was pining after Iris, kind of. So that's
at one point I ended up shipping. I didn't write it here because I was like, what the heck are you writing? At one point I ended up shipping Silas and Dennis. And I was like, what the heck is happening?
Of course you did, you wacko.
No, that was like Big Brother, Little Brother or something like that relationship.
Fanfic can make that work too. Fanfic can make that work too.
I've seen fanfic make a lot of things work, but I don't think that's one of them. Sorry, bro.
I was like, what am I doing? But then I was like, no, delete that line. I actually added it into Google Docs and I was like, nah, delete that.
Good thing we weren't there to see it. Otherwise, we would have teased you mercilessly. What the fuck are you doing?
Why are you like this, Fareed?
Yeah, favorite moments, Becca? Nothing?
I didn't see this, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you didn't? You only watched the final episode?
You told me to.
I thought you meant that you were going to skip a single episode.
No, I skipped 2 episodes.
Okay, then it's okay. Nothing necessarily happened.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Least favorite moments? I mean, Tara?
I don't know if it's like least favorite moments, but like that guy who betrayed the perimeter, like the artist village people, just to save himself is the worst. Like he's the worst, but also that whole plot was the worst. It was like, it was just plot convenience. Like you could tell he was a little bit questionable when they were having their little meeting, but then he just goes to the CRM and is like, give me a place. And he thinks that Huck can somehow help him. And when she's like, I can't. And he's like, well, whatever, then I'm just going to tell everybody everything. And she's like, dude, I can't just let you in immediately. Like there's like gotta be more. We need more. The whole thing was just so dumb. It was badly written and badly played out. And also he's just the worst for being the worst. That's it.
I'm actually glad that he got shot. I was like, yeah, Huck, you did the right thing. Yeah.
Like go away forever.
Yeah, and also, yeah, my what the fuck moment is basically Tara's. Like, Tara, you go ahead.
Oh wait, the least everyone or the gripe? The
gripe.
Oh yeah. Huck is the worst at lying. Like the writing wasn't great, but the acting was even worse. Or maybe we can blame it on the directing. All of it was the worst. Like everything she said to Jadis, I was like, oh my god.
I really thought for a second that Jadis must know. She's just playing along because that's bad acting. Like she's trying to act as if she's lying, but Jadis is onto her and she's going to catch her, but that never happened.
No, it didn't. And because that's what I kind of thought too. You know, Jadis must be just playing along, but no, she like actually believed her, I guess. And what? How? She's the worst. Like everything she said, I was like, even if I hadn't known she was lying, because obviously, like viewer versus like people in the show, whatever, I would have known she was lying. Anybody with like even a 25% decent, a history of telling if people are lying could tell that this woman was lying.
She's supposed to be the leader of an army, and I'm like, Jadis, really? You can't tell if a person is lying?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, don't even get me started. I'll get into the Jadis thing when we talk about the next episode. But yeah, and also just everything. And maybe it was because Huck was so bad at lying, or that the writing was so stilted and everything was so obvious. Like every scene between her and Jadis, both in the previous episodes that you guys have already covered and in these ones, was just like, man, you want to bang my head against a wall. It was so awkward and dumb and terrible. And like, this is what you bring Jadis back for? Like, this is who she is now? Fuck y'all, honestly.
But yeah, episode number 9, Death and the dead. I kind of like this episode, like not as a whole, but certain scenes. Like one of the scenes that I really liked was the fact that it was basically smart people versus soldiers. And Jadis was like, where the heck did they get explosives? And Huck was like, they're scientists, Jadis. They can make their own explosives if they want to.
Yeah.
I like that line. Yeah. And also Elton using the globe. And I was like, the writers are finally using him because over the past few episodes, like they didn't know what to do with Elton.
Yeah, no,
like in the second season, they didn't know what to do with Elton.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite moment thing, I don't know if it's really a favorite moment. I don't know if I really have a favorite moment, but I did, Dr. Elton removing the bullet. Like, also stupid though, because how? And yet still somehow one of the least stupid or possibly the least stupid thing that happened in this episode. Like, how did he do that? How did he know? How did that work? Whatever. But yeah, not that was probably my favorite thing. I see the globe thing. I didn't really bring it up because actually that would probably be like a little bit of a gripe for me because it was like those. I think they have it in New Zealand where you're in a big like kind of soft like ball, right? And you run down a hill, like it's. You're wearing padding, it's padded, whatever. And they're in this metal ball, just like running, and it's going downhill. And somehow it also just rolls to a perfect stop. I was like, come on. Like, it was a good, like, kind of callback, I guess, to the fact that the globe existed in the first place. Cause like, otherwise, why have like all the scenes with the stupid globe and Indira, is that her name?
Yeah.
But yeah, I know I'm jumping ahead into gripey things, but it's like I was amused by that, but also dumb.
It made me laugh. It just made me glad that they finally figured out what to do with Elton, even if it made no sense. I was like, yes, giving more scenes to the scenes like that.
In this episode. He was great in this episode. Like, he helped Silas. He figured out the globe thing. He took the bullet out of Dennis. So,
least favorite moments.
Y'all, did Jadis's terrible haircut, which is somehow even worse than the haircut she had in The Walking Dead, make her the worst person like ever? Am I just not remembering how awful she was in Walking Dead? Like,
she was weird in The Walking Dead, but
right?
Like, we didn't really understand that she was like a villain. We thought that she was just a wacko.
Whatever. She fucking sucks now, and I'm blaming it on the haircut.
But yeah, that haircut, it needs to go. It makes no sense. Why would she have this weird haircut around? Why?
She has to have her
it's
bangs.
It's the apocalypse style. Everybody in the apocalypse goes to the same hairdresser, whatever they're called.
The barber zombie.
Yeah, the barber zombie. Yeah.
He cuts the hairs. He does the eyebrows. He does everything, huh? Okay. Gripes. I was like, really? They're giving us White Walkers, frozen zombies.
Really? I miss the frozen zombies.
It made no
when
sense.
They step on the head and it's like,
yeah,
like
when they were in the freezer, and I was like, okay, White Walkers, really. And also the fact that I personally would have killed Mason. I have no idea why Iris stopped Hope from killing Mason. I would have killed right there.
Who's Mason? Oh, General Beale's son.
Yeah, I would have killed him. After he killed Percy, I would have killed him. No questions asked.
Would have killed who? Oh, Mason. Yeah. I mean, that's my other gripe is that Percy dying was stupid. It was a stupid, the whole thing was, it was a stupid way for him to die. It was like,
it was off screen.
Yeah.
We didn't see him die. His just dead body was just laying there. Yeah, it was just a bad show. But yeah, episode number 10, the final episode. Becca watched this one.
I did watch this one.
Yeah, The Last Light. The entire two seasons happened in the course of 2 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, what? It made me laugh. It just made me laugh. That everything happened in the course of 2 months.
That's a big growth spurt that Elton had in 2 months, by the way.
I mean, I hear that boys grow very fast around that age, so
Also, I'm
Not
pretty
that
sure
fast. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's like a starvation amount of weight that Iris lost in the course of 2 months too. It's a it was enough weight that if, especially for somebody who apparently just had food ready at hand all the time in this, this iteration of the Walking Dead universe, like, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. Also, Jada
what are you
seeing
doing?
herself.
I'm
Jada
sorry, my
seeing
dog is
herself.
under my desk, and I've literally kicked her in the face like 3 times. She keeps moving. It's like she's moving under my foot on purpose.
But yeah, but also other favorite scene was Jada's kind of seeing herself in Silas, because Jadis is a survivor too. She'll do what needs to be done to survive. She got that British lady arrested, and now she's like, you know what? Silas, I'm going to train you to be a soldier. So I like that. And again, my shipper heart, the fact that Silas had to shoot Dennis, I was like, oh, okay.
My favorite part about this episode is that, and actually this entire everything about this, is that it's finally fucking over. That's it. That's all I have.
Yeah, it's over. Finally.
Did you have any favorite moments
episodes.
or anything, Becca? I think if you have to think that hard, then it's a no.
Huck finally died. Huck is finally dead. So that was a plus for me.
I actually wasn't expecting her to die. Like, her death came as a surprise to me.
It came as a surprise to me after Percy died. Like, I was like, they can't both die, right? Like,
well, I guess because I didn't see Percy die, I was like, because like, remember how we were like trying to decide who was gonna die, and we said, God, who do we say? Will. We said either Will or Felix was gonna die, and we said, one of Indira in that group was gonna die, and we were right. And then did we say that Huck was gonna die?
I think we said that we hope she dies.
Okay, well, we hoped it into existence then. Now she's dead.
She's dead. Jada's killed her.
So, least favorite moment, I just like, and I wanted to just say this real quick because, Fareed, you said you liked that the moment between Jadis and Silas. I hated it because, like, fuck you, Jadis. Like, Silas has been just struggling, like with everything. And now she's like, I know everything bad that you did. And you also did this. So, like, you're clearly the type of person I need. Like, she's making him feel like he is that person when, like, we know he's not. You know what I mean? Like, so I hated it. And fuck her for that. Fuck her for that.
I like that moment in the sense that it was written well. Like, I know it was a very bad thing for Jadis to do, but I really like their interaction. That Jadis was using that in order to get to Silas, because she needs someone like Silas on her side.
I guess I see where you're coming from. Doesn't make me hate it any less.
My least favorite moment, Elton losing his arm. I was like, really?
That seems
Where's
to be
your coat? Where's your coat?
His Tuffy Stitch. That seems to be a thing, because we, not to like jump the gun, but we have Alicia and then we have Elton, and they were just like, all the characters are gonna lose an arm. We write them in now, and they just threw darts.
Aaron in The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Aaron. Yeah.
And does everyone lose their left arm, or did Aaron lose his right arm? Because I think Alicia and Elton lost their left arms, right?
Those were left, yeah. I don't remember.
Aaron is right.
Aaron
is right.
Aaron, The Walking Dead arm. No, his is his left too.
What's up with left arms?
What the fuck is it? Maybe because all the all the actors are right-handed, so they're like, well, if they're gonna have a useless arm, it's got to be that one.
The left one.
But also, here's the thing: if you're right-handed, you're gonna automatically lead with your right hand when you do things. So I can't remember. I honestly can't remember how Aaron lost his arm.
He was crushed.
Okay,
under a tree.
Okay, so that's probably more legitimate. But like Elton, if he's right-handed, leading with his left arm, and now I feel like I have to go back and figure out whether he's right-handed or not. Him leading with his left arm is dumb. Alicia was also kind of, I can forgive that one, just because it was, we'll talk about it later, but it was kind of like in the dark and who knows what's happening, blah, blah, blah. But like, I mean, that is weird that all three of them lost their left arms.
And also, did Herschel lose his left leg?
Oh, God.
Yeah, hold on. I mean, look.
Herschel leg.
What's happening? What's happening, Walking Dead writers?
They
his leg, blah blah blah. How does Herschel have a leg again? What the fuck?
No, it's his right leg. It's his right leg.
Okay.
It's his right leg. But the arm thing, come on.
Always the left arm. Yeah, and also it makes no sense. The fact that Elton decided to protect Hope, he should have leaned in with his right arm because he is right-handed.
Yeah. I just, what is going on here? I'm tweeting about this because I need to know. All lose their left arms. Always the left. Why? Okay. I was like, honestly, I didn't mind that something happened to one of our main characters, like something bad, because like they all lived, all the main four lived. So it didn't bother me so much that something happened to one of them. And I knew they weren't going to kill it. Like as soon as he got bit in the arm, I was like, they're just chopping that shit off. He'll be fine. It almost makes me hope that we do see him again, like we glimpse him in Fear or in The Walking Dead, because I want to see him with like a mecha arm, like Aaron, like this
he would make it.
Curly hair.
He would make it.
Yeah, right.
A mecha arm with a triceratops horn at the end, at the front.
Yo, I mean, hey, if Alicia can use her own bones.
Gross. So weird.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Okay, anyway.
Becca's least favorite moment.
Where's Rick Grimes? I want to know where Rick Grimes is. I thought for sure that we were going to have Rick Grimes because, like I said, I'm a clown and Boo Boo the Fool over here. And I was like, oh, Rick Grimes is going to come up. No, he didn't.
Well, instead, he did get mentioned.
He was mentioned indirectly, kind of, yes. But who are these French fucks? Who are they, and why should we care? Like, I didn't. Well, we saw Jenner. Jenner was like a, like kind of like a link between The Walking Dead and, because we have links between The Walking Dead and The World Beyond, and The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, The World Beyond and Fear the Walking Dead. It's all these links, right? But like Jenner died years and years and years and years ago. So why is this person watching it now? Is this in the past in France where they're watching? Is this in modern times? And I don't why? And it doesn't, like, this is going on to the greatest and WTF moments. I know that y'all have also like talked about this, but it doesn't actually end. Like, we don't get a real ending.
Yeah, it wasn't a real ending. This was not a well-written real ending. This wasn't even an ending. I didn't like it at all.
Well, and I think that it wasn't a real ending, though, because I do think they're going to bring back some, if not all of these characters at some point in one or both of the other shows. Because
or maybe during that spin-off they're doing,
like
about different characters.
Are they supposed to be doing one that's like England or something?
Yeah, it's that new spin-off show where each episode is going to be different, a different story. So maybe these characters might pop up there.
Maybe.
I doubt they're going to get all the way to England, but I mean, I just the CRM is clearly ramping up to be the big bad in Fear the Walking Dead,
Walking
right?
Dead.
And it has its Walking Dead connections as well because of Rick and Jadis. Now, whether or not it will come up much in the Walking Dead when they've already got the Commonwealth thing going on, I don't know. But the Rick Grimes movies, lol, will clearly have CRM stuff in them. So I feel like the reason it didn't have a real ending is because it wasn't ever supposed to. We're going to see, again, some, if not all of these characters again. And I'm not necessarily against that. You know, depending on if they do it right, which God knows they probably won't. What my issue is that, like, if we were going to have an after credits scene for this fucking show, how do we, like, and this is Becca said this too, like, how the fuck do we still not know where Rick Grimes is? Like, what happened to him? Are we just supposed to assume that because he was a bee, that meant that Jadis was bringing him back so they could study him while he died and he's just gone? And if that's the case, why didn't we see a walker that looks sort of like him in their, like, fucking cage room?
That's the point, because Jadis said that he was supposed to go to be experimented on, but I saved his life.
Or she did say that.
Yeah, she did. She said
so
that.
We don't know where he is.
I missed that. Okay, so he is still around, kicking, alive, whatever, somewhere. Cool, whatever. I'm not super shocked about that, but like it's on me for missing that whenever she said it. I was half paying attention to a lot of these episodes, to be completely honest. But I guess I'm not so mad about it not really having an ending. But again, if they're gonna have an after credit scene, why the fuck are we going to France? Why are we in France? What does France have to do with any of this? What the hell was that?
Not only that, but Jenner and he was like, "Oh, I broke a petri dish today." Oh, who gives a fuck?
Well, I think that was just like a recording that, was that new? He looked like he's the same age.
No,
so
it was a recording. It was an old recording. Yeah.
And he had been contacting apparently these French people,
right?
Because he speaks French at one point, I'm pretty sure. And but he had been contacting, I'm assuming, this scientist or maybe other French scientists back and forth.
Well,
like a log almost.
In season 1 of The Walking Dead, he absolutely talks about how he's been in contact with other scientists around the world.
Yeah.
So this is, it's not, the fact that these recordings are, showing up in France that's not surprising. What I don't get is why this scientist is like obsessed with them. Why are we in France? Who the fuck cares? Why are we bringing in this whole, like, and also it was so goddamn big. Like, first of all, again, after all these years, who cares what the fuck is happening in France? And also, are they saying that all scientists did this, or just French scientists, or like just bio? Like, what? I'm just.
I think that they don't know who created the virus. They don't know that. The French scientists are being blamed for creating a new variant that's making more aggressive zombies.
I see. Delta.
Yeah, that's their fault. That's why that person ended up killing that scientist.
Well, wait, it's making more zombies? I didn't
more aggressive.
Oh, more aggressive.
They were trying to figure out how to stop the viral infection, and they ended up creating variants. Which could mean that Hope and the rest of the scientists working on the virus in America, they could end up creating a variant too, accidentally. And these new zombies are basically like Black Summer. They turn quickly, they're aggressive, they have some sort of memory, and they can run. And I'm like, these people can't even handle slow walking zombies. How the heck are they going to handle running zombies?
Is that what that was supposed to be? Her turning really fast?
Mm-hmm. And running towards the door.
And banging on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that makes
Oh, okay,
sense.
wait. So we're going back to Atlanta season 1 zombies, where they know how to turn door handles, climb fences, use
Yeah.
rocks to
Rocks.
break windows. Okay, sure.
These people can't handle running zombies. Like, no.
No, they can't. They cannot handle any
Listen,
kind
they
of
don't. Yeah,
zombies.
they didn't even need to destroy Portland because. Also, how is Portland the city that? I'll be honest, I have not been to Portland, but I know enough from a good friend who lives there that Portland would not be the city that would somehow survive a zombie apocalypse, unless they're talking Portland, Maine.
No,
Then-
Portland, Oregon.
Okay, that's what I thought. I couldn't remember if they ever said Oregon, but like,
what? Out of curiosity, what are they doing? So they're in a shopping mall, underground shopping mall. Where?
they said it's near Cornell. So,
Where's Cornell?
uh,
Cornell University. It's in
Pennsylvania or-
Ithaca. It's in Ithaca, New York. So
New York. Okay.
they're still in New York, but wouldn't they be running away because aren't the CRM trying to find them?
Apparently, the
Is it Jadish?
CRM don't know about this secret underground shopping mall.
I'm sorry, but like if I was a CRM and these people were on the loose, I would turn over every brick, every rock to find them. Fucking dumb,
And maybe we'll
y'all.
see that happen in
No.
The Walking Dead.
No more, Jadis. No more.
I can't deal with her haircut.
Ugh. Okay.
But yeah, we have variants now. So congratulations, I guess.
Great. Super.
I think I need to rewatch the end of that episode then, because I didn't get that really. I was just kind of but again, it was like it was mostly in French, and I was like, oh god, it's in French. And it's like I can understand a little bit of it, and then I kept glancing over like just in time to see like some of the translations that I wasn't quite getting, but I also was working and not really paying.
I was so like I had on the subtitles, right? And so it was subtitling everything that Jenner was saying on top of the regular subtitles. Where
I had to turn the
French.
subtitles off. Yeah.
And I was like, I don't understand any of this. So I turned them off, but by that point it was too late.
Whatever, it's over. I don't care.
What's the timeline? This happens before what's happening in Fear the Walking Dead?
No.
Alongside what's happening with Fear the Walking Dead?
No. Fear the Walking Dead happens before.
Before the World Beyond.
Before the World Beyond, yes.
Okay, so I guess we won't be seeing variants, huh?
Probably not.
Where are these variants going to come up? The main Walking Dead show?
I don't know, but if we ever hear somebody who has a French accent, then
okay, do French zombies groan differently
than
American zombies?
Omelette du fromage. I don't know. I don't know. Oui, baguette.
Okay, wait. So
French
first,
people who are watching this, please don't come for me. That's a meme.
So all of Walking Dead World Beyond was set 10 years, exactly 10 years after the initial outbreak.
2021.
So there's a 6-year gap, right, in The Walking Dead. And I think that 6-year gap puts it right about. No, I'm looking at a timeline thing now. It says that they're in year 13 in The Walking Dead when they meet the Whisperers. So The Walking Dead is ahead of The World Beyond.
Yes. But
and no variants.
Walking Dead is behind it.
So no variants.
Yeah.
So why did we see variants? What's happening?
I don't know. I feel like they shat on a page and it was the script.
They hired monkeys. They hired monkeys they fed them balls of paper, and then when the monkey shat and threw the poop covered balls of paper at the walls, that's how they just.
It was a Walking Dead episode written by AI, those computer bots. Did you think I forced
Oh,
Bot to watch
God.
100 hours of The Walking Dead, and this is the scene it wrote?
I wanna read that. If that doesn't exist yet, I want that to
I'm
happen.
gonna look it up.
That's the world beyond. That's literally the 2 seasons of World Beyond.
Oh God.
1,000
Okay.
hours of The Walking Dead. 1,000 Game of Thrones, the Saw movies. I forced a bot to watch 1,000 hours of Jeopardy. So there's not one that exists that's of The Walking Dead yet.
Mm.
Anyway, I'm sure it exists somewhere. Okay, so finally, let's get into Fear the Walking Dead, Season 7, Episode 6, Reclamation.
Yeah, Reclamation. My favorite moments: the sneak attack with the cannon, seeing her practice with that. That was fun. I like that attack. It was nice thinking. And then the ending of the episode: cottagecore lesbians, runaway lesbians, whatever you want to call them. That was a nice ending for Al. And apparently, she's not going to appear in this season now.
Mm-hmm.
That was her last appearance.
I heard that. I thought I saw that she's done with the season, like the series forever.
Yeah. I mean, she could be back. They're bringing Madison back. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, she might come back for brief stints, but not be in it regularly. This wasn't the worst episode of this show ever, but I didn't have any favorite moments. Like when I saw your notes, right, I LOL a little bit at the cottagecore lesbians, but at the same time, like, while I kind of got the little romance thing between Al and what's her name,
Isabel.
Isabel at the beginning, there was so little of what happened between, like, all we saw about what happened between them in the sense of these like weird little like interview things that Al was doing. When they finally got together again, it's like it fell flat with me. It was like
the chemistry was not there. It was terrible. No chemistry.
I mean, when you're the only 2 queer women around, you have to make do, whether or not you have chemistry or not.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's entirely probably true.
Yeah, you're like, you know what? This is the hand I've been dealt, and I'm going to take it.
I know, but it could have been written better. They could have given it more, but they didn't. See here, I like the cannon. I like it when things go boom and people explode. I'm a simple woman. Oh, Tara's about to tell us something cute that her dog just did.
No, Ellie's trying to go for a car ride with Dean. I think he's trying to go to Home Depot, and Ellie like followed him out the door, and she just like was refusing to come back inside. Like, no.
Okay, least favorite moments. I already addressed mine with the no chemistry thing.
Al smashing her camera was dumb. Like, come on, that just. It didn't really need to happen. Like, there was even Isabel was like, "What? No!" Like you don't need to give. Yeah, like you don't need to do that entirely. And also, what the fuck? Like, I think this. What is it? I think just it's trying to be symbolic or something. And I fucking hate when these shows try to do that. Just stop. Like, just stop. That didn't need to happen. Like,
it was basically the writers showing that, you know what, Isabel is now more important to Al than her camera.
But I don't think even Isabel necessarily wanted that. You know what I mean? Like, that's like asking your significant other to give up something incredibly important to them because you don't like it. Like, no.
And she didn't even ask. She didn't even ask.
Exactly. Like, you just want them to make you, one of their top priorities. You don't need them to give up the things that they want to do or love. Like, yeah, exactly. She didn't even ask. It's just dumb. It's just dumb. It's bad. It was bad. Bad out. And so, Fareed, like you said, you loved the canon thing. I thought it was fun / maybe a little bit funny, even though I know it wasn't really supposed to be. But like, how did they even get that cannon to work? How did they have what they needed to get it to work? How did they know how to do it? Like, it's just like, It was very convenient.
She interviewed a war veteran way back, and he taught her how to use
This
a
war
cannon.
veteran that somehow knew how to use a cannon when
with
cannons.
rocks. Yeah.
When was the last time cannons were used on a regular basis? Okay. Like the cannonball type of cannon is what we're talking about here, people. Well, it was a Civil War reenactor. That's who she interviewed. Actually, they know how. Some of them
could be
right. Like some of I think that she, like the SCA, right? Like that's what it was. I don't know, but whatever. Okay, it wasn't my least favorite moment, but it was like, come on now, come on.
Mm-hmm. That's Becca. Any gripes? Anything?
I really didn't care for this episode. I just it didn't do anything for me.
Yeah, it's like same. It's like you don't hate it enough to really bitch about it a ton, but you also don't like it enough to care about anything that happened in it.
Yeah.
But again, not the worst Fear the Walking Dead episode. So, I guess there's that. It's like you're rated like a 4, maybe a 4.5, and there's definitely some Fear the Walking Dead episodes that are below that, so you're doing okay.
Mm-hmm.
Out of 10, by the way, not out of 5.
Yeah.
Just to be very clear here.
All right, episode 7, the portrait. And I'm like, okay, Victor, I just knew that was going to be, the portrait was going to be of Victor, and that's where the episode title came from. And as far as my favorite moments are concerned, Victor going over people's resume on the phone, I was like, okay.
He's a true capitalist.
Yeah, what would have you said? If you were on the phone and you were like talking about your resume, what would have you said?
I would have been like, I have a functional uterus. Well, actually, I don't know if I do or not, so maybe not that. I would have been like, oh gosh, I'm trying to think what I would say for Victor to have me stay there. I would have said I could sew. I can make clothing. That's not exactly true, but I mean, he didn't need to know that.
Just get me inside. Yeah.
What would you say, Fareed? I'm a bottom.
Victor would have hung up so quickly. He would have been like, nope.
No.
I would have said, like, I'm a geneticist, I'm a scientist, I can help you. So there's that. And I can also help you throw a kiki, maybe a Vogue competition. Let's do something.
Throw what?
A Vogue competition. Voguing, ballroom.
Like,
yeah.
Okay.
But like, yeah, a geneticist. Okay. I'm in.
You're in.
Yeah,
I'm
probably
in.
for that. I would have said I know how to use guns, I know how to arch, and I also know a little bit about a whole lot of medical stuff because I work in continuing medical education. So I am not a doctor, obviously, or a nurse or a pharmacist, but I know a little bit about enough where I probably know more than everybody you have in there except June.
I mean, I have some medical knowledge, like not like medicines, but like I can pick out like plants to use.
Oh, and I can cook really well. I was a trained chef, so.
I mean, I can weave. Because
Becca, anything about horses? Anything about horses?
Oh, I know that. I know all of that too.
I know about horses.
Then get in. Say that and get in.
I know about horses. Why does he need somebody for horses?
Maybe. I mean, they do ride around on horses.
I'm sure that they have stable hands already.
We can kill them.
Don't worry, Becca. We get you in.
Yeah, we need to get in that door.
We have this really stupid friend, and she.
No. We'll pick away at all of your knowledge until we find the one thing that Victor needs.
If all else, I mean, I can do a lot of things. Jack of all trades, master of none. I don't paint.
I don't cook. I don't clean.
But let me tell you how I got this ring. So I'm something. I'll tell you about to be bite that dick, bite your lip. Here,
Yeah, we'll figure out something. We'll figure out something to get you in, Becca.
I can be the court jester.
In your Harley Quinn suit.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah, exactly. I do makeup really well.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Giving Victor touch-ups while sitting under the umbrella. Yeah, that can work. That can work. Yeah. Also, okay, we're in. Tara and I are in. We'll figure out something somehow to get you in as well. We got you. And as far and then the other favorite moment was catapult zombies. I was like, okay, that was fun, but also the no one see them set up the catapults around the tower. Like no one saw that. It made no sense. Like, why? You're on a tower. You have the higher ground. How could you not see that happening? And also Alicia. She's finally back. Even though she's a mess, but she's back.
She is a hot mess. And I mean that literally because she's got a fever. Fever of 105. Alicia, do you have COVID? Have you been wearing your mask? None of them wear masks. They're living in a fucking literal nuclear wasteland, and like the masks are just this like super like plot convenience thing. Like they just take them off whenever, and it's like
an excuse.
It's fine today. Yeah. It's fine today. Tomorrow the wind might. And I get that happens. I get that that's a legitimate thing. But the way this land looks and how close all those nukes were and how close they are to where all those nukes went, like I guess I know that I think they were like tactical nukes, so they weren't like the far spreading, nukes. But I just come on. If you've got the fucking gear, you're gonna be wearing it all the time. I wouldn't take that shit off unless I was inside somewhere where I knew I was like slightly more safe, for fuck's sake. And that's actually why I would get admitted to Victor's Tower, because I'm not a goddamn idiot who's just like, oh, I'm gonna remove my mask. I don't care.
The wind is blowing the right way, right? Yeah. You can remove your mask now because the wind is blowing. Okay.
Oh my God. Anyway. Shoot, least favorite moments.
The portrait thing. You have the portrait thing.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Favorite moments. Yeah. I did like the portrait thing. And the evolution of the portrait was very Dorian Gray, right? I feel like that had to have been an homage to the picture of the portrait of Dorian Gray. So I was like, you know what? I like this. Like at the end when he's like sitting there looking at his just like shit all portrait, I'm like, yep, okay. I like this. To be honest, this was a good episode. I was very upset. Not upset. I was very annoyed and angered by it and frustrated by it, but it was still good. I thought it was a good picture of Victor as a person. Also because I'm just tired of Victor, like, and like, oh, is he good? Is he not? Is he good? Is he not? He was terrible in this episode, which is exactly what I expect of Victor. So, which leads into my least favorite moment being Victor being all creepy about Baby Mo. She's got to get used to her new father.
Yeah, that's
like, I don't like that at all. I don't like the way he said it. It was just creepy, and I know he was just like trying to rile Morgan up, but also, ew, dude, don't go there. Just don't.
Yeah. Also, again, any other gripes?
I really didn't have a ton of opinions about this. I feel similar to what y'all said about the whole.
My biggest gripe, other than like this not being my least favorite moment, because it's not a moment, is like the whole episode is like, Victor's the worst. No shit, Morgan's the worst for trying to poison. Like, Morgan, what the fuck are you doing? Just go away. Like, you're like, Morgan's always the worst, but Victor is also the worst, and Morgan is the worst, and Victor's the worst. And it's like, why do both of the black men have to be the worst?
in this show. I don't know. Okay, so
They
Victor
really
is
hate
the
them.
yeah, Victor is the worst, but he's also comfortable staying in his own lane. He has the tower. He does what he wants. Morgan decides to go all around the territory and just ruins things up for everyone, in my opinion. Like Morgan likes to like he just likes to I don't like him. I have never liked Morgan as a character, even when he was on The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody's like, how dare you, Morgan? Like, he tried to poison Victor. So fucking what? Like, we've all wanted to poison Victor at one point or another.
Yeah. Okay. Episode number 8. Padre. Favorite moments?
I don't
see favorite moments from Padre. I don't know. Like, we finally got to see Alicia. That's really the only thing I cared about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. And she was a hot mess. Like, I'm like, what are the writers doing to Alicia? Why is she like this? So yeah, you saying that maybe they're going to write her out, and they're going to replace her with Madison, that could happen.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing was I don't know. Yeah, I had no favorite moments from this. Like, it just felt like a really up until the last couple minutes, which were also just dumb. Honestly, it just kind of dragged on for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sure, getting Alicia back was great, but like, what the fuck is going on with Alicia? What happened with Alicia in the bunker? How did her and this guy just like fall in love? Like, did I miss something there? Like, they were around each other for like, I don't know, a short period of time. And like, I mean, listen, he's cute as all get out, but like the black guy's hotter. So I can't, you know what I'm talking about? The artist guy, like, had like that kind of thing with for a minute. Like, I just like, what the fuck is going on with Alicia and her bites? Oh my God. Like, that's all I can't focus on anything I might have even liked about this episode because I was so confused about how she is even still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a theory about that, but also the fact that they made Alicia freak out. Like, in what reality would Alicia freak out when dealing with a single walker? How? Why? And also, and if they know that they're going to use a walker, why haven't they extracted all of his teeth out yet? Why is that Senator Vasquez, I guess that's his name? Senator Vasquez's walker walking around with teeth.
Why is he walking around with teeth?
Yeah. Why not pull them out? If you're going to use him.
Oh, that's true.
Michonne did that. Michonne also cut those arms off of her husband and her husband's friend when she was using them. So why does Senator Vasquez's walker still has teeth? Like, why does he still have teeth? Why?
Because that was the one they had tied up, right?
When they started using him in order to get to Padre, like, you're going to follow this walker. Why does he still have teeth?
Well, didn't they, whenever removing their teeth and their jaw, doesn't that make them like pretty much useless? Like, they don't.
Not necessarily. They will still attack you.
Like, yeah, they still have it in their head to attack people. They just can't bite you.
Yeah.
But that's, like, I agree. Like, that was really stupid. Like, because he's not gonna, like, they do waste away eventually, but Michonne's walkers lasted a long ass time, like years, I think. So what? I didn't even think about that, honestly. Wow.
Yeah, and she also has that walker in her camp. Like, why is this walker still a threat? It made no sense to me. But
I don't know, but apparently she's just getting bit left and right, and like she got the magic stick. She got the magic blood over here. Like okay, so does one of you know, like, what is going on with her left arm? It got chopped off, right? But she still has like bones there? Like,
yeah, she
re-
used the bones in order to recreate her arm somehow.
so she
And she's
looks like she still has an arm.
kind of,
But
but
she keeps it
how?
covered. But why? Like, and also, how long has it been since she got bitten? Because like she keeps ranting about how like the infection is still in her, but if that was the case, then she would have turned already.
That's what. When did Will get booted out from the bunker?
Well, he had
2
already
weeks or 50 days?
he had been out for a while because he had been like scratching stuff on the side of that van, remember?
Yeah. How many
So
days were they? 50 days?
I mean, it's been quite a long time since she's been sick. Like that's why I was confused because like she's had this virus, she's been fighting the zombie virus
For more than a
off
month at this
for
point.
over a month, way more than maybe 2 months.
Mm-hmm. And she's still alive. And that's the theory that I have, which we'll get to in a bit. But yeah, she's going to walk around while sick.
But
and also, if she's
but
sick at this level,
I mean, she got bit again, right? So, or wait, did she get bit on her
on her
on her bone arm?
Even though it had like blood or something on it.
Yeah, it's
this show, y'all. It was very dark. So for me, like the episode was very dark. So I had trouble figuring out, like, when I saw the bone arm, because she shows that first, I think, and then they show that her arm was actually chopped off. So I was like really confused for a minute there. But when she got bit, it did look like there was blood. And
right? Yeah.
I just what but it's fine because she's going to war with Victor, apparently. Like, what? Oh my god. What? Like, I just like it also, okay, so this like leads into like other gripes and what the fucks, but like, did I miss something again, or did Morgan just never explain how he didn't actually try to kill Victor in his own house? Like, listen, like, I get trying to kill Victor, and also Morgan is the worst, so like, of course you would be a dumbass and try to do something like that, but like, and get caught also. Like, how the fuck did you get caught, dude? But he kept saying like, it's not like that, it's not like that. Well, what the fuck is it like, Morgan? What the fuck is it like?
Even he doesn't know. He doesn't know what's happening.
Clearly.
Becca, you wrote something in your gripes. Why the paint?
Yeah, they dumped paint on the walk. Was it paint that they dumped on the walker? On the senator?
Yeah, it looked like paint. At first, I was like, they were using some sort of plaster in order to recreate his facial structure or something.
Yeah, but then I was like, wait a second. But then I guess it makes it easier to see in the dark.
Maybe they're trying to, yeah. And also the entire idea that a walker still has some sort of memory and he can lead you somewhere. I'm like, why the heck are they bringing that back? Why are they bringing that theory back? Everyone knows that doesn't work. Unless the new variant arrives, that's not going to work.
Unless Fear the Walking Dead is farther ahead than we think it is, and the new variant has already arrived.
Yeah, it was just bad. Also, coming to my theories,
nothing. That the whole like, oh, they can lead us places thing was.
No, they can't. No, they can't. Yeah, even Morgan was like that. That's what got my son killed. Like, walkers don't function like that. Yeah. Also, my theory is that so Alicia has the infection inside of her. She's fighting it, and if she survives, wouldn't that mean that she would have stronger antibodies? Is she Padre? Is she the future?
I don't know. I just
Yeah, I don't.
Like, really, if
mean,
she has the antibodies, wouldn't they be stronger than a normal person's? Because everyone has the infection,
yeah,
but she actually beat the infection.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Or
isn't she
well,
like
we
a
think she did.
walking?
She may
I
have
mean,
beat it.
it's been over 2 months now. She's still alive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, her insistence that she's infected because of the bite doesn't make any sense. She would not still be alive. I think she has like some fallout sickness for sure. And maybe infection in general from chopping off her own arm hideously.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because she had like, remember how it was setting up over a plate and they had it was like the pus was like dripping down.
Yeah. Ugh. Blech. Blech. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, Alicia has lost an arm now. Basically, everyone in every series has lost an arm, has a character with a lost arm for some reason. But yeah, maybe Alicia. Yeah, mom is coming in, as Rebecca wrote. Like, I don't want Alicia to go, but then again, her wanting to fight with Victor over some pettiness. I'm like, okay.
I mean, they're both just being stupid, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this whole thing is stupid. And I get that Victor is being a huge asshole, but like, I.
And also the reason that she told Will to leave and he just left. Why would he leave? He doesn't know how to survive out there, and he just left. She was angry at him, and he left.
I don't know.
Yeah,
you got
it
me,
was.
man. I'm at a complete loss as to what this show is going. I feel like they have to bring the CRM back in. That's the only way that. First of all, it's them being in it in the first place is not going to make any sense without them coming back at some point. And I don't think that Victor or this war between Alicia and Victor is the big, finale. I don't know. I am at a complete loss about theories because this show it makes no sense right now.
Has there been a time skip in Fear the Walking Dead after Madison's death?
Something is playing. What is that?
Yeah, I have to get this.
Okay. I do not know if there's been like, I know there have been little time skips, right? But not years and years. Let me, Fear the Walking Dead timeline. Because I am actually curious about this because
It's just been
so
like
much
little.
of this just doesn't make. It's been a little bit, but there's been a lot of little time skips, right?
Yeah, but only like two. Oh, he's back. Hold on, I can unmute him. It's only been things like 2 weeks, 10 days, a month.
Okay, it's okay. Actually, the thing that I'm seeing right now is that the current action is around roughly the same time Rick Grimes disappeared aboard a CRM helicopter in season 9 of The Walking Dead.
Oh, okay. So they're behind. Oh, okay.
I told you that.
They're very, very, very behind. Because I was trying to figure out if Madison got found by the CRM after the stadium was lit on fire, and maybe she's working for the CRM, and that's how she comes back.
Yeah, I mean there were a bunch of little time skips for sure. So, like the first 3 seasons or most of them were definitely immediately after, right? Like before we even get into, Rick's stuff. But it says that season 5, oh no, that's not right. Okay, yeah. See, yeah, that's what it is. So this is it's still really, season 5 jumps ahead to the time where Rick disappears. So but season 6 has several time skips that catch it up to the point of Rick's quote unquote death. Yeah. So I don't know. This is still really far behind where, like, years behind, I think, where TWE and World Beyond are. I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. Like, this first half of this season of Fear the Walking Dead was like, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. It had its moments, but like, I just it was, I don't know, it was all over the place. And just also, Morgan, go away. Go away.
He ruins everything.
He really does. Like, still to this day, ruining everything, including his own life, and fucking up with Grace and and baby Mo. Like, just ugh.
So yeah, that brings us to the end. And
thank God.
Recommendations. Oh, when's The Walking Dead coming back though?
February.
Okay, so we have time. Okay, we get a break. We get a long break finally.
Yeah, this has been a lot. It's been a lot
in
the past. Like, since August, it's like been just constant. Recommendations. I've been watching I watched Foundation, which is Apple TV. It's pretty good. It's nothing like. It's very different. Lots of changes from the Isaac Asimov books, but honestly, those books never would have made a TV show. So I enjoyed it for the most part. Wheel of Time is pretty good. I have not read the Wheel of Time books.
Same. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think I ever will. I don't think I care. But there's too many of them, and from things I've heard, I just don't think I'd really like them all that much. But the show is pretty good. I rewatched The Good Place recently, which always rewatch. It was my first rewatch. I loved it again, all over again. Also, Elton is in it very briefly. He plays the guy that they talk about throughout the show, who like somehow
Doug Forsythe?
Yeah, Doug Forsythe. Yeah, he's the kid that is mean as shit to Doug Forsythe, which is so weird. I was like, "What? That's the same kid. It totally is." So that was fun. But yeah, so the rewatch The Good Place. Foundation is pretty good, especially if you like sci-fi, and Wheel of Time. Also, if you're looking for high fantasy stuff that's like, to fill that void, that Game of Thrones void. It's pretty good so far.
I recommend The Great. It just premiered season 2 on Hulu. It's got Nicholas Hoult and Elle Fanning in it. Elle Fanning plays Catherine the Great, and Nicholas Hoult plays her husband, Peter. It's kind of like some of it's accurate, some of it's not accurate. It's a really cute show, though. I really like the first season. I'm currently watching the second season. Also, Only Murders in the Building. I finally finished it. It's only 10 episodes. They're only like 30 minutes each, but it's such a good show. It's so good. Definitely recommend that. It's a quick watch.
Selena Gomez is in it?
Yeah,
Steve Martin, Selena Gomez. Yeah, it's a good cast.
I've been seeing that, and I've been like, should I watch this?
She actually opened her own production company and actually produced this TV show.
Good for her.
With Steve Martin and Martin Short. They also were producers. Nice. But it's the cutest. It's a cute. I don't know how to describe it. Then it's funny. It's got its moments. Where Steve Martin and Martin Short both phenomenal.
It's about murders.
It's about these people who are making a true crime podcast about a murder that happens in their building, in their apartment. And they agree that they are only going to stick to murders in their apartment building. That's the reason why it's called Only Murders in the Building. Definitely worth. I'm going to try to do a rewatch of it soon, but it's very cute, very worth it. Yeah. So I definitely suggest that, and The Great.
Yeah, my recommendation would be The Wheel of Time as well. I've been doing reaction videos for the Geekery channel. You can check those out. I haven't read the books, but it's a fun show. And it has already been renewed for a season 2. That's good. And also the premiere ended up being the most highly watched premiere for an Amazon show ever. So
I think right now it's actually the #1 streamed show.
On Amazon?
No, like period. Currently, it is the #1 streaming show. Period. I saw that the Dragon Con High Fantasy Track group actually posted that because the woman who runs it runs, by the way, a convention called Jordan Con, which I've never been to because I'd never read the books, but I'm sure it's going to explode now that there's a show, right? Which I'm so excited for her. Because I mean, she had like her guest of honor. It might have been before the pandemic, but her guest of honor at one point was Brandon Sanderson, who helped finish the Wheel of Time books after Robert Jordan died. So yeah, that's really cool and exciting.
Yeah, now she can invite the cast. She can do a lot now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what she's gonna do, but I will say that like I've always heard good things about her convention. I think it's a lot like Ice and Fire Con. And that it's generally been pretty small and a lot of really big book fans, and they get one kind of big guest, again, Brandon Sanderson. But yeah, that's just, I'm really excited for her and excited to see, and eventually I might read the books if I like run out of the 10,000 other things I need to read.
Okay. Activities and cons. Tara.
Well, I mean, I will not be going to any conventions until Ice and Fire Con, which is April of next year. We are having it. We have, I think I might have talked about this already, but we did institute a vaccine or negative COVID test rule. We've been back and forth about masks in public places. That right now it's yes, but that might change depending on what happens. However, we're really small. And I'm going to be capping attendance probably at 300 people next year. So we're getting very close to that cap, if that's what I actually go with. So there's that. But I'm really excited to finally be back in person with everybody. Other than that, I'll be in New Orleans and Solo Mega this coming weekend for my wedding type thing. So there will be some fun Red Dead and wedding content coming from my life soon. I will not be dressing up in Red Dead stuff for the wedding itself, but the weekend as a whole, I will. I'm absolutely bringing my Red Dead costumes for more New Orleans pictures. So that's about it for me.
Yeah, I'm going to New Orleans. As Tara said, my next con is Ice and Fire Con.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, yeah, it's we're still in this wasteland of like, is it safe to go places and do things?
Well, I mean, I went to.
Can you take off the mask? Is the wind blowing in the right direction?
Yeah, I mean, I went to the BTS concert in Los Angeles, and that shit was wild. Everybody was wearing their masks like they were supposed to, though.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw some of our mutual friends say like that mask, wearage, whatever, was like proper and constant. So that's good to hear. So
if someone uses that excuse after watching this show that I'm not wearing the mask because the wind's blowing in the right direction.
What?
Yeah.
I'm like, if someone during this pandemic, the current real life pandemic, if someone watched To Fear the Walking Dead and they end up taking off their mask in front of someone and be like, hey, it's safe to take off the mask. The wind is blowing in the in the right direction. You can do that.
Oh my gosh.
And on that note.
On
that note.
Becca,
All right.
yeah.
So I am Becca along with Reed and Tara. We'll be back in February. Thank you again for joining us while we bitch about stuff and things with the Bitching Dead. Please, I said please allow. Please follow the Bitching Dead and the Geekiary on Twitter. Remember, we are a free webcast run off of donations from viewers like you. Thank you for contributing and helping our host site, the Geekiary. And have good holidays.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Walking
Bye.
Deadless holidays.
Walking Dead holidays.